Welcome to this week's episode of the Social Smarty Scoop. This is your roundup of social media marketing news for the week ending the 19th of May 2024. Let's dive on in. Right, first up, Pinterest is rolling out the ability to turn Instagram posts into pins. Now, this actually isn't a new feature, but it's just rolling out to more users. Now, it's finally popped up in my account on Pinterest, and I've just switched it on. Now, what it means is that when you do publish to Instagram, it automatically creates Pinterest pins for you. The other option you have is to sort of backdate things. So when I set up my connection between Instagram and Pinterest, it asked me if I wanted to post my last 90 days worth of Instagram posts to Pinterest. So I went ahead and did that, but then of course what I did is jumped on my Pinterest account and just deleted any that were out of date, like advertising webinars that have been or events that have already been. But the thing I love about this is obviously, if you've been here a while, you'll know that I'm a big Pinterest fan. I love the longevity of pins. I love that I can pin something and for years it will drive traffic to my website. So doing this sort of connection piece, I think, has two real benefits. So first up, it obviously makes it super easy to repurpose your Instagram content. So every time you publish, once you've turned this feature on, it will automatically use that Instagram post and create your Pinterest pin. But of course, Pinterest, as we know, has a much longer content lifespan than Instagram. So when we do post our Instagram posts, they tend to die, pretty quickly. But what we can do is if we publish them to Pinterest, is we know that they will live on and on and on and continue to drive that engagement and traffic for months, maybe even years after you've published them. So I do recommend switching this on. It's an easy way to get more content over onto Pinterest. And I want to recommend, if you haven't started out with Pinterest, I have a really great Pinterest traffic driving bundle available for just US $19 or New Zealand $29. Head to my website. I will pop a link in the show notes, but that includes 145 editable Canva templates for Pinterest and also a really simple step-by-step ChatGPT Pinterest marketing guide. So go and check that one out. Right, next up, TikTok is testing 60-minute videos. Yes, a whopping 1 hour-long videos on TikTok. Now, obviously, this is a massive competitor to YouTube, and YouTube is currently where we go for those long format videos. So are we going to see things like, full TV episodes or full coverage of things over on TikTok where we're going to get immersed for up to an hour? It'll be really interesting to see how this all plays out. Now, Instagram is working on the ability to create public Reels playlists, so you can group together Reels by other creators that you like and turn them into a playlist, which I think is really cool. Instagram is also testing the option to add text over your image posts right there in the app. So no need to upload your images to Canva to add text first. You can add it directly into the app. Now, I think this is pretty cool because as we know, when we add text directly in the app, like when we create Instagram Reels, I think that that's more powerful because it actually tells the platform what it is that you're talking about. So it'll be interesting to see if text added in the app will increase your reach on those posts. Now, Instagram is adding a couple of buttons to the end of their Reels. So when you watch a Reel, you'll see two buttons pop up. One will say watch more Reels, and another one will say share. So sharing where you can forward that reel on to friends, your group chat, that sort of thing. Now, Threads is rolling out a recent tab in their search functionality, which means that when you search for a particular topic or content within the platform, you can then sort the results by the most recent responses. So this might seem like just a really minor update for the platform, but if we think about their big competitor, which is Twitter or X, what often would happen is when there was, something that was really topical, when there was an event unfolding, or where we wanted to go and find the absolute latest news on something, that was one of the good functions of Twitter or X, where we could actually see the most recent content that was popping up. So this should mean that we can now find more relevant, more recent content in our threads. Now, Meta is shutting down its workplace tool. Now, this was a bit like a company sort of intranet where you connect with your colleagues and share content, that sort of thing. I don't actually know anyone who has been using it recently, so they are shutting that down. TikTok is introducing a slider sticker. So if you're familiar with Instagram stories and we add stickers to encourage engagement, one of those stickers that's quite popular is a slider. Now this is obviously a direct copy of that sticker that we will start to see rolling out over on TikTok. And another feature that TikTok is stealing from Instagram is the collaboration feature. So it appears that TikTok is testing a new option, which means that when you tag another user or another account in a post, you can actually add them as a collaborator, which means that it will link their profile to your post. Now, Instagram is working on a new Reels feed filter called Riffs. I have no idea what it does. I'd love to know your guesses. Come and find me on social media at socialsmarty.co and let me know what you think Riffs might refer to. And lastly, it wouldn't be a Social Smarty scoop without an update on the TikTok ban in the US. TikTok is continuing to fight the ban bill, citing it as an infringement on TikTok users' First Amendment rights. Now, reportedly, a congressional committee has threatened organizations who are helping TikTok with their investigations or their plans to fight the bill. Meanwhile, a billionaire in the US is apparently crowdfunding to fund a people's bid to buy the app. Now, we know that TikTok doesn't want to sell the app with the algorithm, so I'm not sure what they would be buying, but that'll be interesting to see how that rolls out. There you have it. That is your update for the week ending the 19th of May, 2024. All the social media marketing news you need to know for the week. Come and continue the conversation with me. You'll find me all over social media at socialsmarty.co. And until next week, stay social.